The containment chamber cracked open with a hiss of escaping pressure, and Professor Elena Voss's heart stopped. The fear beast thrashed against its restraints, a creature born from collective human anxiety, shapeless, ever-changing, a writhing mass of shadow and teeth and eyes that shouldn't exist. It was a catastrophic error. During the experimental psychology seminar, someone had accidentally severed the neural link that kept the fear beast contained. Now it was free, truly free. The students screamed, bolting toward the emergency exits. Security sealed the chamber's main doors, trapping everyone inside. The fear beast's form expanded, feeding on the panic in the room. It grew larger, more defined, more terrible. It took the shape of each student's deepest nightmare. A predator that was different for every person who looked at it. All except one. James Martinez stood perfectly still in the center of the chaos. While his classmates fled and the fear beast raged, James simply watched. His expression wasn't blank. It was thoughtful, curious, almost like he was seeing something no one else could see. Elena noticed him. "James, get to safety," she screamed, reaching for his arm. But James gently pulled away. He took a single step toward the creature. The fear beast turned its full attention to him, its form coalescing into something massive and incomprehensible. To James, it appeared as a shapeless void, the embodiment of his deepest fear, emptiness. Nothing. The fear of not matching, of being forgotten, of existing in a world where no one cared whether he lived or died. James looked at it and saw exactly what it was, a reflection of loneliness. "I know you," James said softly, taking another step forward. "I recognize you." The fear beast hissed, a sound like steam escaping from 1,000 kettles. But it didn't attack. It seemed curious. "Everyone else is running because they're afraid of you," James continued, his voice steady. "But I'm not afraid of you. I understand you. You're made of the things we're all terrified of. But you know what? So am I. We're the same, you and me." Elena watched in stunned silence as James continued walking toward the creature. Security had their weapons raised, but they hesitated. What could possibly hurt something that was born from pure fear? James extended his hand, palm open, completely defenseless. "You don't have to be alone anymore," he said. "I see you. I see what you are. And I'm not leaving." For a moment, nothing happened. The fear beast grew larger, darker, more terrible. It seemed like it would tear James apart. Elena braced herself for the worst. Then something extraordinary happened. The fear beast began to change. Its form softened. Its edges became less sharp. It was still enormous and otherworldly, but the menace drained from it like water from a broken vessel. The creature approached James carefully, as if afraid of breaking him. James didn't back away. He stood his ground, his hands still extended. The fear beast lowered itself to the ground and, impossibly, curved its massive form around James like a cat curling around a person's legs. Its form continued to shift and change, but gently now, less from rage and more from uncertainty, like a being trying to understand its own existence for the first time. Within minutes, the creature was still. Its breathing, if something made of fear could breathe, became regular and deep. It had fallen asleep, its head resting on the ground beside James, its massive body coiled protectively around him. James sat down carefully, leaning back against the creature's warm flank, his hand resting on its side. He looked at Elena with eyes that held both sadness and understanding. "It just needed to know someone cared," he said quietly, "that it mattered, that it wasn't alone." Elena slowly lowered her weapon, tears streaming down her face. She understood then what the fear beast truly was. Not a monster, but a reflection of collective human pain. And James, with his quiet compassion and his willingness to face the darkness without judgment, had shown it something more powerful than fear itself. He'd shown it love. Security carefully approached and secured the creature, which remained peacefully asleep throughout. The fear beast was transferred to a new containment chamber, but this time with modifications. James volunteered to spend time with it regularly, and gradually, the creature that had been born from terror became something else entirely. It became proof that even the darkest fears could be healed by genuine compassion and the simple act of saying, "You are not alone."